True Gamer here with another episode. Okay guys, we're going to take a trip down memory lane back into the history of the Yakuza series. So sit back, relax and enjoy the slideshow. Okay, we're going to kickstart the show with the first box art, and that's Yakuza 1. In Japan it's known as Ryute Gotoku. Ryute Gotoku. And this is the European version. Now it always comes out a year earlier, so in Japan this came out in 2005 and in Europe it came out in 2006. So that's what it looks like, guys. I haven't got the Japanese version, this is the European version. And it came out for the PS2, the PS3, and it also came out for the Wii U, strangely enough. And this is the PS2 version. Whoops. And this is the PS2 version. As you see, it's complete with all of its essentials. So Yakuza 1, boys and girls. This is Ryute Gotoku Part 2. Now this is the Japanese version, and this came out in 2006, and in Europe it came out in 2008. So they got it 2 years later, guys. A whopping 2 years later they had to wait for Yakuza 2 if you wasn't in Japan. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And it comes complete with all the manuals and everything. And it came out for the PS2, PS3 and also the Wii U. So Yakuza 2. And this is Yakuza 3. This is what the box art looks like, and this came out in 2010. It was known as Ryute Gotoku 3, and that came out in Japan a year earlier in 2009. And just before that they had a little spin-off which I couldn't get my hands off, and it was called Ryute Gotoku Kenzan. But it wasn't to do with it wasn't nothing like 1, 2, it's just a spin-off. So they had a spin-off. If I do manage to get it, I will do a video on it. And with this came complete, even got a soundtrack with it. It's got its manuals and everything. And this is the PS3 version, but it did come out. It didn't come out on the PS2, it came out on the PS3, the PS4, and that was it. So Yakuza 3. This is what the box art would have looked like. 2010, guys. Another European version, Yakuza 4. This came out in 2011 and came out a year earlier in Japan, and it was known as Ryute Gotoku 4 Densetsu o Chugamono. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I probably butchered the name. And had all of its essentials there, complete. So yeah guys, Yakuza 4, and this came out on the PS3, PS4, and they dropped it from the Wii. They started dropping it from the Wii U from Yakuza 3, no longer available on the Wii. Then we have Yakuza Dead Souls, came out in 2012 in Europe, and it came out in 2011 in Japan, and that was known in Japan as Ryute Gotoku of the End. And what this is a spin-off of the series, guys. It's nothing to do with 1, 2 or 3. It's just a spin-off where they made a zombie version of the game where the town is just infested with pure zombies and you got to take them out. So there you have it, Yakuza Dead Souls. And I've got to say, this is a gem. As you see, it's sealed here, guys, because I've got a copy here. I've got the promo version. So there's no need to crack the seal of the original version. This is what the promo version looks like. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend playing this game. It's a great little zombie spin-off they made of the series there, Yakuza Dead Souls. And this came out, it was exclusively only for the PS3. Then 3 years later, for Europe, we had Yakuza 5. This came out in 2015. But in Japan this was known as Ryutei Gotoku 5 Yumi Kanashi Mono, and it came out in 2012. So this was well before the Europe version, this Japanese version here of the game for the PS3. Came out 3 years before it actually landed in Europe. And it came out for the PS3 in the end, and just the PS4. I've only got the Jap version. Yeah, it's neatly packed with all of its essentials there. The manual and the superb disc. So there you have it, guys, Yakuza 5. Which I've never played, by the way, and I'm gonna have to put that in one of my backlog to the future videos. We're going to take a look at all the PS4 sensations now that the Yakuza series has made. And in my eyes, guys, this is when they started improving the quality of the game, when they started producing software for the PS4 system. Okay, this is Yakuza 0, guys, and this came out in 2017, and it was known in Japan as Ryutei Gotoku 0 Chikai no Basho. I think I pronounced that right, but I may have butchered it again. But yeah, in Japan it came out much earlier. It came out in 2015, and this, guys, was available for the PS3, PS4, Windows and the Xbox One currently now. But in 2017 it was only the PS3 and the PS4 this was available for. Windows and Xbox One came later, and obviously now they stopped really doing manual books and all that, so I won't take a look at the ins and outs of the boxes. But yeah, that's what the box art looks like for Yakuza 0. And not long shortly after that, I've got the Steelbook edition. We had Yakuza Kiwami, and this came out in the same year. It came out in 2017, and in Japan this was known as Ryutei Gotoku Kiwami, and it came out in 2016. So yeah, it's basically, Japan always gets the Yakuza series a year later. Here's the inside, but yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful case though. These steelbooks are always designed to the highest quality. Look at that. Fantastic. So yeah, guys, so that is Yakuza Kiwami. This is the European version. Then, guys, came Yakuza 6. And once again, this is the European version. And this came out in 2018. And in Japan, it was known as Ryutei Gotoku 6 Inochi no Yuta. Probably didn't pronounce it right again, but there you go. A for effort. And this came out on PS4. Now it's available for Windows and Xbox One, but it came out much later. And there you go, Yakuza 6 Song of Life. And I did enjoy this game. Excellent game. One for the record books. Okay, so in that same year, guys, we got Yakuza Kiwami 2. Now, I didn't mention this earlier. Basically, what these Yakuza Kiwamis are about, they're basically remasters of the Yakuza 2 and the Yakuza 1. So Yakuza Kiwami, that was a remake of Yakuza 1, and Yakuza 2, which I've got in my hand now, is a remake of Yakuza 2, which came out in 2006. Oh sorry, 2008. Yakuza 1 came out in 2006, and as you see, guys, I've got the magnificent steelbook here, which is not the original, the European or the Japanese original, but it's much better than the original, don't you think? And as for me, I'm a steelbook collector. I'd rather have the steelbook. There you have it, exclusive Yakuza Kiwami 2 steelbook. And that's what it looks like when it's comfortably secured in its sleeve. Okay, now we're kind of dwindling down to the end. What came next was Judgment, and this is nothing to do with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series. It's a spin-off, like the Yakuza Dead Souls and the Yakuza Kenzan and all that. This is just a spin-off, and yeah, and I've got to say, this game is outstanding. If you haven't played it yet and you have a PS4, what are you waiting for? And it came out 2019, and obviously in Japan it came out earlier in 2018, and it was called Judge Eyes Shinigami no Yogon. And I don't think I pronounced that right at all. But yeah, it came out in Japan then, and this is available for PS4, and that's it. It's a PS4 exclusive at the moment. And around the same time, guys, on this came out in 2018, they had a Ryute Gotoku online series, and that came out for Windows and Android phones and iOS. But I'm not too sure, that's just you probably can only get a digital version of that game. But yeah, Judgment, guys, 2019. Now we're currently up to date. Now this is, as we stand now, this is only available in Japan, and this is called Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon in Europe, but it's not out yet in Europe. You only can go and grab yourself a copy in Japan, and in Japan this is called Ryute Gotoku 7 Hikari to Yami no Yoku, or Yokui. So there you have it, and this has come out in 2020, so we're currently up to date so far with the Yakuza series. Now, Like a Dragon, I played a little bit of it so far, and I didn't even know I had a download code, but now I do. I don't think it'll work in my region, but nevertheless, if you are rocking this in Japan, or you're playing on a Japan region, there you go. You grab yourself a download code on the house from me. But yeah, this is what Yakuza 7 looks like, and soon, later on this year, it's going to be available for the PS4 and Windows, Xbox One and Xbox Series X, and that's about it. So Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. And as I was saying, this game is different gameplay to all of the other series. I'm not a fan of it because I rather control my combat to the maximum level. I'm not really a fan of these turn-based mechanics, but there you have it. So if you don't like them kind of mechanics in Yakuza, you're not going to really like this game. But it is different and it is nice for a change, and I'm getting into it slowly, but I much prefer how the combat has been in the other series. That's just my personal opinion. Okay guys, now I've got 2 Easter eggs for you here. I'm going to start off with the one that came first. Now, this is Yakuza Fury. As you see there, with this woman pointing a gun right in front of you with some, what is it? Oh, some gold coins there. Now this was not made by Sega. That's why I didn't really add it, and I wasn't really gonna contribute this to this video, but it has to be known that this did exist, and it was made by developers D3 Publisher, 505 Game Street. So D3 Publisher made this, and it came out in 2005 for the PS2. I've got myself a sealed copy of the game, and I don't think I will ever open it because this is a hidden gem and worth a few bob or two. So yeah, this will remain sealed and probably feature in my next collection circle video. So there you have it guys, Yakuza Fury. Then in, I think it was around August 2019, they brought out Yakuza Remastered. Now there are multiple versions of this. As you know me, I've got the limited edition day one version, and with this you get a copy of Yakuza 5 and Yakuza 4 and Yakuza 3. So you get all of them remastered for the PS4. Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4 and Yakuza 5. And you also get yourself a little fancy kind of case to put all the discs in at once, and all the discs are in this case. And as you see, Yakuza 5 comes separate. So I've got a European version of 3, 4 and now 5, but I already had 3 and 4. I never had the European version of 5, but I've got the Japanese version, and I'm very good at not needing to hear the English to understand what I need to do in games. Like for Yakuza 7 here, now all this, not even no English subtitles, all in Japan. I don't even speak Japanese or Chinese or whatever, but I know exactly what to do, simply because I play a lot of the Yakuza series anyway. So it's very simple for me to know what shops are, where to go, where's the icon, and you know, without having someone speaking in English to me. So if you've got an understanding of playing Yakuza, you don't really need to play it in English. You can play it in Japanese because everything is basically the same. So yeah guys, this came out August 2019, and this is the Yakuza Remastered. And like I said, there's plenty of, well, there's 2 versions of it. You can get the standard edition or you can get the collector's edition, and I decided to get the collector's edition. And this will probably star along with this for my next collection circle video, because all these are staying sealed. There's no need to open none. And yeah, that's about it. So there you have it, all of the Yakuza Boxarts. Now guys, I might in the future do a video, because I might get the whole suit. What I mean by the whole suit is I might get the whole series from 1 to 7 in Japanese, and then I might go for the whole suit and get all the series in Europe, because right now it's all mixed and matched, isn't it? Like I've got some Jap, some European, and yeah, I might go for the whole suit, but I very much doubt it. As long as I've got all the collection there, whether it's in Japanese or the European version, I've got the whole collection of Yakuza, barring Yakuza Kenzan, which I need to look further. One thing before I go guys, if you are lucky enough to have the Death Stranding controller, make sure you grab yourself a controller stand for it, because doesn't this look absolutely lavishing? Look at that. Got a picture of Lou at the bottom of the stand, looking up, giving your controller all of her good blessings. Okay guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Till next time, see ya.